Caleb, is this game about terraforming Mars?
Yes, how did you know? Well, it's actually a game called Terraforming Mars based on a very popular board game. This is the digital version of that board game in which you play a company and you try to make Mars inhabitable.
And there are several modes of this game, and it is a tutorial that has actually 5 parts, a long tutorial, detailed one. Then there's a solo challenges, and then local and online multiplayer with up to 5 players.
The local multiplayer, you can also set all of the opponents as AI, so you can play yourself against as many AI opponents as you can fit on the board. As you're playing, the goal is
Terraforming Mars?
Well, yes, and you can do that in 3 ways. You can place 9 oceans, you can raise the oxygen level to 14%, or raise the temperature to 8 degrees Celsius.
The game itself is divided into turns. It usually takes 14 turns to finish the game, and that would be about an hour.
Which is a big difference from the board game, which can take 3, 4, sometimes 5 hours if you're playing with quite a few people. In the game, you can also place lots of project cards. There's 200 different types of projects, which keeps the game fresh and interesting. And you have to be very strategic about where you place greenery, where you place cities, where you place your oceans, because they all interact with each other and have long-term effects through the entire game.
And it really is basically a board game turned into a virtual one-to-one.
That's right.
So the question is, should you play?
But first, you should know that this game is free to claim on the Epic Games Store. Claim it and keep it forever the week of May 5th, 2022. And remember that we review every single free game on the Epic Games Store, so subscribe and you will never be bored again.
We review even the games that we don't like, and this is actually my point of view on this game, because first, the tutorial is too long, it's not interesting, and you really need it, because when you enter the game, you're lost otherwise, like I was.
Yeah, for sure.
I had no idea what I was doing, and I didn't find it fun. There's only one screen for you, and that's everything you get, so no. Thank you.
I don't agree with any of those reasons.
Yeah.
I really like board games, but every time I've played a virtual board game, I've found that the fun of a board game is having physical pieces out in front of a board, of all of you being at a table around together and joking and laughing. And that's just not as possible when you put it in a virtual format. Playing these types of games solo against AI opponents is usually not as fun as a video game, a full video game. If your only option is that you have friends who love board games who are far away and you want to play online, this might be the next best thing. But this one didn't exactly grab me. It doesn't seem to be very adventurous or dynamic. I think that you might enjoy more games that we've received for free from the Epic Games Store in the past, like Ticket to Ride, or a game that I think did the Carcassonne could be, or a game that I think did the virtual board game genre perfectly, For the King.
Our opinions are very subjective, but I hope it was useful, and see you next time. Bye.
Bye.